Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Final Fantasy Randomania fans, and welcome to what is the first in an exciting round of 8 in our Final Fantasy 2019 co-op tournament. Tonight we have the Upstarts versus... the Zodiac Braves. The Upstarts consisting of Dangwoo and Gregory Puff. They did take out me and Wout in the first round. Demon Frog and Shadow Walker took out their opponent as well. Joining me in the booth tonight is Lyra SRL. How are you doing?
I am shocked that you forgot who was in the team that took you out. Welcome everybody to Final Fantasy Randomizer. This is Lyra the White Witch. We have ourselves quite a show tonight. There's a little bit of interesting changes coming up here with the round 2 matchups. Again, we are in week 2, so there is less to do, but there's also more to do with such fun things like the chest that we had in week 1 where it was free at the bottom of Marsh Cave. Yeah, that doesn't happen anymore. You get to go through the ultra fun expeditions of going through Earth Cave in order to find your intended quest at the bottom, which opens up a lot of double dipping potentials. Also, a fun little thing is this is a full shuffle now. Towns are included in it. So in other words, everything's randomized and you don't know what it is yet. So here we are. This is going to be quite a show tonight. Any takers, Connect?
I am just about to release the hounds. And the race should be starting shortly. Welcome all you viewers and fans in chat. Hopefully we'll have a little bit of a train wreck here tonight, instead of a Zoom seed. What are you hoping for, Lyra? You want to see a train wreck or a nice clean seed?
I think the fans want more randomizers, so they're probably hoping for something really, really bad. But me, I'm fine either way, as long as we get to actually be here and be the ones talking to you.
And away we go, and first in Corneria Castle is Corneria Castle. And the king gives us the loot.
There is no freebies in this scene.
I rolled a good one. Ooh, Life 2 at level 1, along with Fog 2. See what level 1 black is when they go in there, and we have Stun, Stop, Saber, and Slow, the 4 S's.
Level 1 Saber is great, but there is nothing for your Black Mage to do right now. Maybe you can use Stop against stuff, but where's your offense? It's not here. But by the way, Pro Rings are going to be about 7,500, so that's a pretty reasonable price for those.
Well, there's a large knife and a rapier, so I guess you could put the rapier on your fighters and hope for the best, because that's about all you can do against Garland at this point. If you find him. That is.
That's assuming we're actually going to find the princess pretty quickly. Corneria, as usual, is the only thing that's actually safe from being fully randomized, but it's time for some adventuring, everybody. And Gregory Puff's the first out of the gate, along with Dangwoo. The other seems a little bit of a break here.
Looks like Gregory is heading for the wharf, and Dangwoo headed for the old TOF, and we have the mermaids. And we have found Garland in the dwarf cave. Looks like Gregory wanted no part of Garland.
That's such really bad offense. I don't exactly prank Gregory for that one. Meanwhile, we have Shadow Walker over there.
And meanwhile, Matoya is in the ice cave. Or the ice cave is Matoya's cave. So far, the mermaids haven't warranted anything good. A lot of money and a coral sword, so that'll be handy for Garland. Looks like all
better than the rapier, really.
Yeah, it looks like all our runners got the information now that TOFR is the mermaid, so they should all be checking it, except for Demon Frog, who was making his way towards to Provoca. Or he was, till he got jumped by some wolves.
With such incredibly bad magic early game, your mages aren't going to be doing much, except maybe you can use a red mage to poke something with a stick, and that's about.
Yeah, I think they're more hoping that either Provoca has some good level 2 or level 3 magic, or they find a good caster item down here in the mermaids, which doesn't seem to have happened yet.
No, there's completely nothing down here except for money, coral sword, and maybe a little bit extra here and there junk, but no, this is completely a pointless.
Yeah, but the money's going to help because that'll allow them to get cabins and heals and pures and all that good healing stuff now. So it's going to make these runs a lot easier towards the new places. So I have a feeling the seed's going to open up quick now that they have all this money at their disposal.
What would you think about grabbing a bunch of pro rings this early? You can only buy about 3 of them. You can't protect your full party with only 25,000.
Knowing that Ice Cave is Matoya's, I'd buy a couple. But I don't think I would have bought 2. I think I just would have bought 1 for my white mage, just to protect her, because she's got the life too. Because your black mages are useless right now. They can't do anything. You might as well just put them on the bench and say, here, sit there for a while.
I would probably buy 2 just to have one on one of the fighters, one of the upper melees, and then have the other one on the white mage. That's probably a pretty safe strategy. By the way, we saw the door glitch there in the ocean. That was actually really...
Yeah, no, I agree. Actually, having one on the fighter wouldn't be a bad idea either. Looks like Gregglypuff is making his way towards Matoya, which we know is the Ice Cave. So I'd be surprised if he decided to dig this at level 1. And I'm correct.
Considering it's actually the eye grind floor where it normally is in vanilla, and you can drop down into the basement of like Ice Cave, I think 4 or 5, there's a lot of potential for getting wiped at level 1. There's just no XP here to be had right now.
There's a lot of potential to get wiped at level 10. It looks like Dengwu is the first into the Dwarf Cave. He's going to check the chests here in TOF. Dragon Sword.
Is the top floor of Marsh.
Provoca is the top floor of Marsh?
That is correct. Question in chat there from Gurnham Dime. Welcome. Demon Frog got the custom red mage sprites because there are specialized like palette swaps you can actually use, and we have those files available for you on our Discord. So go ahead and just come on and ask a friend and be like, hey, these are really, really cool. Like the Valkyries of White, for example, which I have a close personal friend that worked on. Like those little things right there is what brings the community together. It's just the passion.
And here's Garland. Looks like he's just going all out with the sword. Coral Sword, 41 damage. Garland's still standing. Garland will probably take about close to 150 maybe. Because bosses are clamped a little bit higher in this seed. But Garland's pretty much a baby at this level, so... Although he's giving Asher a good beating.
Garland has a little bit of evade. Greatly missed once.
Yeah, Dangle's having a little trouble there. Garland's giving him the business a little bit. He's up around 140 HP now, Garland. So. But this shot should take him out. Crit for 76.
That's about 200 to 250 HP. It was still quite...
And the princess does not send you home right away, so... But it's only a short walk back to Canaria Castle, which we know is vanilla, so...
A short walk with no save items, you mean?
We have Shadow Walker fighting Garland now. Was there no save items available in Canaria, or did nobody check? I don't know if anybody went in the shop there yet.
Dangwu walked it straight back, and no, nobody checked the item shop.
And the chime.
Required? Not what you want to see.
No, that puts the Mirage on the table in case there's something good there, maybe. Now we got all 3 of our 4 runners back in Canaria Castle. Meanwhile, we have Demon Frog. He's out roaming the Great Wide Open.
And there's officially been a Dragon Sword bought. You know what that means, fans. We're going to see some War Mag later on.
I think they found the Dragon Sword in TOF, I believe. Well, it looks like Dengwu has bought pro rings for everybody, so... He's hoping for the best.
Demon Shadow, the Falconic FF, our tournament organizer in the chat. Strong start. Strong if you include lots of tough monsters and a whole lot of pain, because there's nothing for offense.
Looks like we have Shadow Walker actually trying to do this Ice Cave. I don't know how much luck he's going to have here. Ooh, Wizard Trap Tile, that's not too bad. At this level, you should be able to get away from them easy enough. And there's the ship! Well, you've seen Demon Frog was actually going to head up, but now that he's knows the ship is coming, He's just waiting for it. Waiting for it. There it is.
That's a good thing, considering the fact that Shadow Walker is going to have to potentially walk out of this, and probably isn't going to walk out of this because there's a lot of nasty stuff down here in these last couple.
Yeah, that's one of the bonuses, or one of the little exploits you can do in this co-op, is once one person finds an item, it automatically goes up to the server, which kind of acts like a holding area for probably 5 to 10 seconds. And then after 5 to 10 seconds, it's automatically transferred to your partner. So what you could do is you can grab something, like they did, and wait till it shows up on your partner's screen. Then you can reset out, and you'll both still have the item.
Speaking of really strong strategies besides just that little co-op niche right there, Shadow Walker pulls out the stun from level 1 magic, completely locks down the red dragons, and gets some easy XP to get those levels boosted. You don't see stop and stun used very often in Final Fantasy Randomizer. This seed is putting them all to the test.
Well, when you have nothing else, go with what you have. So now we have Demon Frog making his way towards Elfland, which is Gaia. No bottle, no levels, no hope. Well, we could check for the... We could check for the item, the loose item, or the vendor item. Ooh, opal armor for sale.
But no, to answer your question from earlier, those dragon swords were actually for sale in what was Canaria's weapon shop. I looked.
Oh, I know they found one too in TOF, so that's cool. Jeez, they can get lots of dragon swords now.
If they found one in TOF, that means the other one was in Ice Cave, which means there was more than one. By the way, those dragons had damage poison. That was not fun in the slightest.
And there's the key for sale in Gaia for 13k. So if one of these two people had saved some of their cash, they might have been able to afford the key.
I told you the vendor item was there. Psychic powers, babe.
Looks like he's selling his bro rings. Probably wants to. He's going to do another exploit, folks. Where he's going to sell his items. He is going to buy this key. He is going to wait for the server to give it to his partner, and then he is going to reset. That way, there he's going to still have all his items, and he will have the key. As in chat, our Grand Master Tournament Organizer, Falconic, says, veteran move!
There's a bottle right there in the Canaria lock chest. Some people would call it a scam. We just call it awesome, because there's the TNT right next to the bottle. We have ourselves some actual progression.
That's a couple of loose items right close together. And the X-Cal!
It's an endgame sword. It's not either of our favorites, but it's something that can kill chaos, and that's what the most important aspect of it.
Yeah, but it's no good without your class change, so it's pretty much just going to be sitting in your inventory for now.
It also makes some really great emergency cash.
So now we're actually going to get to see the bottle turn in, because Demon Frog was in Gaia at the time Shadow Walker picked up the bottle. So that's great timing, and there's the floater. The fairy was hiding an airship at the bottom of the lake.
There's no reset check this time around. Both of them are going to be walking that floater out.
Oh yeah, especially since he's right close. He's at Elfland Castle.
Elfland Castle looked like it was Sky.
Oh, we actually have an issue, that's right. I forgot. There's no extended progression, so there's no dock for the boat. So they actually need the canoe before they can get the floater.
The old sages had the canoe right there. Greggly Puff just picked it.
Wow, did I even randomize this?
What did you do to these poor runners? Come on.
I rolled them an easy one, it looks like. Looks like Dango's got his canoe. But they haven't got the floater yet, because neither of them have checked. Because I don't believe they have the key, but I don't think they checked Canaria key locked yet.
Just saw Harm 4 and what looked like Fear, and I think Lamp at level 6, White. And they did check Canaria lock, because that was where they found the bottle on the team.
Yeah, but I don't think Dangwoo and Gregory checked that yet.
Not quite yet. They were still waiting on the key, which Dangwoo has plenty of money now for that, so no problems there.
So basically, one team's got the canoe.
Is the bottom.
Not incentivized in this round, but people can go through. It looks like Demon Frog's having some trouble in the waterfall. Don't really blame him at his levels. The waterfall's kind of tough at level 1.
Gregory gets the old Falcon punch right there. There's an Expert Gauntlet. That replaces the Power Bonk. That is a really awful trade for most people. I absolutely love Transfer when it lands, so, you know, it's not that...
Looks like we found Matoya's cave. All she has is a little bit of money. So Dangwoo's just waiting here now, deciding what to do next. Looks...
Nightmare Grind tile. Ooh, and they hit like a truck. Down goes Asher on Gregory's side.
They always hit like trucks. Looks like Demon Frog is going to clear that floor of sky now. With the dragon armor, that's a great pickup and lots of money.
30,000 right there. But it is why that I do call them the Apocalypse Ponies, because they do bring around your destruction pretty.
Oh, and Melman happens to be on rack. Looks like we have Shadow Walker doing a little bit of exploration now. He's going to hit the he's going to hit up the Titan's Cave East, which we know to be a swamp, and he gets out of there, and I don't blame him.
Oh yeah, Demon Frog has been straight for that dragon armor too. That's going to come in handy much later if they even find it.
Looks like Dangwoo's back in the ship, sailing the seas, which was the motto of the spring tournament, but looks like he's going to check
the first ribbon right there, and looks like Shadow Walker is going to follow suit, really.
Looks like Dangwoo is actually going to clear out the Canaria Treasury here, so they're going to get their TNT in bottle, which will lead to their floater. So they have the canoe, so they will be off to the races the second they turn in that bottle. Question in chat. Was that chest incentivized? No, it was not. It's only the Earth Cave that's incentivized now. And that's the chest behind the blue speed bump, or pothole, whatever you want to call them.
Bones giving the old razzle dazzle right there. And then Dangwoo finds the TNT in the bottle straight for his partner.
So Dangwoo's probably going to go turn that bottle in, because he does know where Gaia is, so... He's going to come across his floater, plus having the canoe, they will be in the air very shortly.
Question in chat from our organizer, Falconic. Where was Crescent Lake located? Where was it located?
Wasn't found yet.
No, we've seen it, because we've seen that the sages actually dropped.
Oh, we did too. The canoe, they had the canoe. It's probably vanilla with the way I roll this thing. It almost has to be Crescent Lake, really. Because we seen Melman was, can't remember now, but it wasn't Crescent Lake. No, Melman was Gaia. Elfland. Yeah, it has to be. It has to be Crescent Lake. Vanilla!
Progression isn't on.
So we got Demon heading straight for his airship, realizing there's no dock, and they don't have the canoe, so he's gonna have another big issue trying to get there.
Someone go ahead and call Bugs Bunny, because Demon Frog just said what's up.
So Dangwoo was our first runner in the air, checking the volcano, which is Titan's Cave East. Every time these runners pause, folks, it's to take notes in a little chart so they can remember where everything is at. Ice Cave is the top floor of Earth. Noping into that right away.
Question from chat from Crabcakes Demon. Yeah, just leveled up for the first.
Yeah, Demon's been doing a lot of the running around checking, like Shadow Walker that's been gaining all the levels.
Exploration strats are really important, so...
Looks like Dangwoo is going to clean out this top floor of Earth. Meanwhile, Demon Frog has found our first fiend in the Kraken. If he tries to take Kraken on at level 2, I'll give him a medal for that one.
Or if he can even survive the trip to Kraken, because Sea Shrine has some pretty nasty monsters though.
Mono in chat, go Brack Crack.
Brack like with what exactly?
Looks like Dangwoo didn't find much, and there's Shadow Walkers in Crescent Lake now. So if anybody remembered where that entrance was, they are about to get their canoe.
Yep, there's Lamp. Also Black Magic, Ice 2, Brack, yeah, that's level 6 though.
Earth Cave. Oh yeah, towns are shuffled, that's right. Towns aren't shuffled into towns though. Never mind, my bad.
Everything's randomized. Here's Provoka finally on Dangwoo's side, first to find.
Gregory Puff's in the air now, and Shadow Walker just grabbed his canoe, and Demon Frog is going to make a beeline.
Arm 3, Cure 3, that's actually pretty strong magic for level 2 white.
Gaia's Lafane.
Quake, Bane,
Quad X.
Delicious cake, and a whole lot of level 2 offense. There we go.
Yeah, but still no sweepers. And with Dangerous Pirates on, yeah, it might be dangerous to take the Pirates on right now.
How is Bane and Cake not a sweeper spell? Just because it doesn't have a number attached to it doesn't mean it's not going to completely wreck this.
No, the Pirates are tougher than that.
Thought you were made of sterner stuff, Optima.
Looks like we have Gregory Puff going to check Mirage. Meanwhile, Demon Frog checking the caves wherever he can while he's close. Mirage is Elfland.
Lightning 3, Fire 3, Warp. Hello there.
That's a little bit better.
Pirates have Fog too. Oh no.
And Poison Touch. There goes the Bane. I don't think the Pirates have resistance to anything at all, so I imagine this is going to hit every one of them.
What was that about being afraid of pirates cannot come?
Looks like Demon Frog has found the elf, has found Dr. Oon, I think, or that was the elf doctor, maybe, in Bahamut's cave. Pretty sure it was
similar. Heal 3,
yeah.
Pure, Heal 2, and Viz 2 there.
And an Ice 3 Gauntlet for Dangwoo. That's going to come in real handy.
Makes life a lot better. Gregory is the first check level 4. Fade and Transfer. Really good stuff.
I got the Transfer Gauntlet though, so.
And there's Temper and Ice 3 at level 4 Black. That's also really nice. Turns out just level 1 was bad. Everything else is...
Yeah, the seed's gonna pick up quickly. Looks like we have just people doing random checks of everything now. Figuring out where they can and where they can't go.
Demon Frog finds the Sharknado floor right there. Doesn't do anything else. He's just looking for information.
Finds a little bit of sea shrine in that cave. Yeah, Demon Frog's just flying around checking all the locations for information right now. And then there's Lich. Canaria Grassy is the Lich. So we just got our runners buying stuff, checking stuff, having a little fun.
Now, was that Lich or was that the vampire floor?
No, it was Lich. You can tell. So 2 of our fiends have been found. Kraken is underneath Crescent Lake, and Lich is at Canaria Grassy. There's a second floor of Earth in Sardia's place. Gregory is found into Provoka himself.
So this
we found Tiamat too.
That actually won them round 1. Demon Frog being more the information kind of person than Shadow Walker is just the go through and destroy everything kind of person. And then you just kind of switch back a little bit and catch up. Everything just feels nice and easy. It's a really solid strategy.
So we know where 3 fiends are. Tiamat, Lich, and Kraken. So just carries at large at the moment. Just a volcano. No Ruby yet, so that Titan's going to be standing in the way for a little while. And we finally get some save items on the go here.
Houses are late.
Tents are pretty cheap, so that's good. And there's pro capes for sale.
Item will help in the ordeals check if they choose to actually make.
They won't. Not for a while yet, I don't think.
You never know. But gold bracelets are kind of expensive. 27,000 each.
Gregory's buying all his level 2. Meanwhile, Dengwu's in a fight with a blue dragon here. Going for some quad X strats. That ain't gonna work.
Blue Eyes White Dragon a little bit tougher than 300 HP, which is the minimum that you need to drop something or quad X to work. But it will work on pretty much everything that's under 300.
Gaia's Lefane. Looks like we have the ranch, the first floor swamp here. Or marsh. Looks like...
Earth 2.
Yeah, he's gonna dig that out. Meanwhile, Shadow Walker is heading for Mirage, and Demon Frog is just flying around.
Dane digged into a little bit of the marsh, which was turning into Sea Shrine. Everything's all sorts of crazy.
Yeah, looks like Demon Frog's cleaning out the Canaria treasury. He knows he doesn't have to loot the bottle and TNT, but he's going to anyway. Looks like Bane's putting in some work on those red Zahags.
It took a couple casts of it to get it to work, but it's starting to work numbers now.
Right, rates with Stinger. It's better than them attacking you. That's for sure.
Splash, I don't know about that. It's a resource burn, that's for sure.
Yeah, better than a 300-point shot.
At least you got life too.
Looks like Shadow Walker's gonna do his level 3 shopping here. Meanwhile, Demon Frog is checking the locked chests of TOF. See if he discovers anything good in them. Dengwu is digging deeper and finds the spider floor of air. Ooh.
What you're looking for. That's potentially going to turn.
Yeah, that could potentially turn into a place.
And we have seen where Titan's Trove is already, so...
Wow, Groger's fire too. It's no joke, folks.
Not at single-digit levels like most of our runners are, right?
Ooh, a Cure 3 sword.
That makes life a lot better.
Yeah, that's gonna be really handy. Meanwhile, Dengwu's digging out Sky. Eye fights will be really good at this level, especially if they're quad Xable, which they probably are, because the eyes are usually under 300 HP, so I can't see quad X not working.
It did
I could be wrong, though.
Have at least 350.
Sardia gives an A-lit something. It's a weapon.
That was the defense sword. Now it's just a complete potato.
It's A-lit, fam.
Second floor of Sky yielding some sort of interesting stuff, but not really. Like, there's another 13,000 right.
Yeah, money's pretty important right now because they haven't hit the level 6, 7, and 8 spells yet, so if there's anything good there.
Shadow Walker, the first to find Waterfall Cave, runs straight through it. Doesn't get many encounters either, but ooh, the mummies have gaze. There's some stuff.
Chimera's with damage poison. Good luck with that.
Was that Death Touch?
Where?
On the Shadow Walker side. And the Squint, too. Oh, Waterfall Cave is not playing around.
Meanwhile, it looks like Gregglypuff is actually making the Kraken attempt. Now that he has Brack, Lobsters have a nice shot and a stone. So that's always fun.
Kind of pointing out it might not have been Death Touch, it's raw damage. Yeah, that's also true because not many of these characters are actually armored, so they can't really...
I'm interested to see this fight Gregglypuff's going to have against Kraken here. If he makes it, Lobsters, that's a big pack. And we know they like to stone you. Oh, but he gets away. So we have Demon Frog digging out bottom of marsh. We have Dengwu flying around, Gregglypuff going for Kraken, and Shadow Walker is healing up.
chat pointing out that is the weakness of the Zodiac Braves. That is correct, because they do have to wait until they find a tail in order to get some really, really useful stuff like Life 2, for example. That is the detriment to having offense for defense.
Mummy's on the O again with Gaze and 2 hits for 144, and that is the Elf Doctor in Bahamut's Caves. So once they get to Herb, oh, here we go, folks. Gregory's taking on Kraken. He's going all out. Fighting Viz. He's going with the Bane strats, not Break.
Break is level 6. So, ooh, Kraken has fast. Hi there. 1 damage. Oh no.
And Viz 2 ain't gonna help you. Bane ineffective again. Kraken still standing there waiting to bring the pain. Couple more Bane strats. Puff attacks. Might as well miss it. Invis 2, that's 2 stacks. Kraken's fasted. That's going to be I think that's going to be an even match right there.
No,
Bane
this
fails
is just
again.
An information dive is what this is, unless that Bane actually gets really successful, because
Kraken with fire too. Oh, he's got Bane left. Another ineffective, another fire too. There goes the Bane, because both black mages are taken out. Heal got off a little too late. You might as well reset now, because Kraken's bringing the pain in 1 minute. So he's going to try to fade and do some attack, but fade for 320, that's a big hit from fade. Kraken 7 and 12 hits, 731. That's through 2 Invis 2s. That's through 2 Invis 2s as well. So can you imagine if you didn't have defenses? Looks like Gregory's gonna fight some lobsters here. Is he trying it again? Looks like he's going for it again. They must really want to get Kraken down here.
I think they're just looking for the early lead, and when you get around 30 minutes, that has to feel really, really good for you.
Yeah, meanwhile, Dangwoo is doing more exploring and getting to stuff, so Gregory Puff can afford to take a few shots at this. Meanwhile, we have Demon Frog now in Elfland. He's going to buy his level 3 and level 4 spells. He's got a bit of cash. Kraken fast first round. This is gonna hurt, folks, if Bane doesn't work. Poison Smoke. There's the gamble paying off in spades. The Upstarts have lit their first orb at the 30-minute, 20-second mark.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a second Excalibur hiding out in Ordeals.
Wow. All the swords there today.
This is indeed randomized loot, because we are seeing multiples of things. So that's really, really interesting.
So I don't know what to do now. Like Gregory Puff's trying to figure out his next move. Looks like Castle Ordeals is his next move. So he's gonna land a couple of times, kill some grass. Meanwhile, Demon Frog is going to check out the original Lefinish. So we get a good look and see what that is. And everybody likes steak. It's on the menu.
Hey, look, the eye tile has just been found. This is actually a pretty good, interesting thing here. They had about 350 plus HP though, so they're not going to fall to a first turn Quada.
Yeah, first turn Bane will get him.
That'll work instead, you are correct.
Looks like Gregory Puff has found a Cardi Isles here. Do a little bit of looting. Meanwhile, Demon Frog is trying to serve up some steak, folks, but the steak's fighting back. It's freezing at first, though. It's going to be awful tough if he freezes it before he cooks it.
So, our wonderful organizer felt kind of letting loose a little bit of surprise information in the chat for our runners. The finals are going to be even better.
Looks like the Upstarts are making a plan here. They've both stopped, probably communicating with each other. Shadow Walker is digging out the rest of this ice cave, and Demon Frog is about to show us Lefinish, which is the 4th floor of Earth. So he's probably going to...
dwarf cave right here, too. This opens up about, what, 11 chests?
Something like that. Plus they got the TNT, so there's the tail.
Life just got a whole lot more interesting for the Upstarts here. That tail is huge. And
there's the crown.
Crown right.
And a loose house. And a loose heel. Some money. And a nice shield.
Would you say that crown was footloose?
No, I wouldn't. That's bad.
Why not just kick off your Sunday shoes?
Anybody want to jump in the booth here? These Vorpal people are killing me.
Just like your mouse is killing me for 5 hits, 5 damage.
Yeah, 1 out of 1,000 it does that. Vorpal does that 999 times out of 1,000. Meanwhile, Gregory Puff is... Yeah. Looks like Demon Frog is gonna dig out this further cave. Hits the trap tile. Oh, sea trolls and lobsters. And we know the lobsters aren't messing around, but he's got the nice tree gauntlet, so... With any luck, he won't turn into a bunch of statues, but we'll see. Lobsters with wall! That's always nice.
Speaking of really fun strat. Yeah, definitely not hungry for cake, but they do have glance, so that's some stone statues, right?
Yeah, we seen that earlier on one of the other runners' side. And with wall, you're not gonna hit them with the instant death spells, so best to get out of there while you're still alive.
Demon definitely made the right play on that.
He made the only play. So let's see where Demon Frog is gonna lead us to. He is going to lead us to images. Meanwhile, Shadow Walker's on second floor of Earth, and there's Astos. But they don't have the crown. But Dangwoo and them have the crown.
Great chest here, though, so you're gonna get something out of this.
Money.
It's a whole lot of money, though.
And a zombie dragon trap tile. Ooh, was that trolls with Death Touch? Or is that just a heavy hit?
As we're joined by the leader of Final Fantasy Randomizer, Zardia, welcome.
It's like the Sharknado room has the slab. So in this flag set, there's 8 loose items. So that's why you see runners digging out chests on like our spring tournament, which was only 3. So there's still a lot more items to dig.
Is Lich hungry for cake? We shall see. Ooh, doesn't hit very hard though.
Lich doesn't want no cake.
2 hits, 6 damage from the Coral Sword. Fade goes off for big hits, 300 damage right there, 248.
I told you, Asher and Brax, Lich wants no cake.
No? Are you sure about that? Dang just fed some cake and gets the second orb for the Upstarts. A 2 orb lead right here at 35 minutes. They are really putting them through.
Who started calling that thing cake anyway?
You're looking at her.
I think I said it on stream one time at a chaos fight. I think I said cake.
That's
I think I
because
said
everything
cake
is
chaos.
food related to you, cannot.
Yeah, I think I said Quake Chaos or something. Or Cake Chaos, or however it said. It was weird. Not everything's food.
Sorta, and then Shadow Walker just goes straight out.
Everything's alcohol, not food. Gregory Puff's gonna bring back his fallen warriors.
I can't everything be food. It's great.
Dangwoo has translated his slab. Oh yeah, I said that, Falconic. I remember. He was in level 5 magic here, not sure if we got a look, but all the screens going on. Oh, we got a bit of rub, lock 2. Not a whole lot good in level 5 black, but to check level 5 white. Harm 2, but not much. So, level 5 magic won't be useful. What? Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't hear you cut out a bunch of times.
Oh no, we just ran into our unrunnable best friends right.
Sweet, sweet. Third Excalibur. They're everywhere.
There's the Oxyale. That's
and a second ribbon. Ribbon found. The Giant's hiding a ribbon and an Excal. So we're going for the record on Excals tonight, I think.
Fog 1. There's fast level 8 black. That's something you're not going to see this particular.
No, I'd say you'd be hard pressed to see that. Meanwhile, Dangwoo has found the shark. First floor C divided up. He's gone right, and we have a volcano floor, and which leads us to Carrie. Is he gonna take her on? I think he is. So now we know the location of all 4 fiends. We have the key, we have the loot. You're basically in go mode. Once you get all 4 fiends.
There's that loose cabin.
Looks like we're going to check a fire floor chest, which is one of those shared chests with the regular dungeon. But is he gonna go take on Carrie? Yes, he's gonna go take on Carrie. Meanwhile, Gregory Puff.
Mirage. And what's in the boxes? Nothing except more money.
AG shield. Okay. It's not bad. Chimera with damage poison. But didn't do too much with ribbons.
Pretty strong pickups for your shield slot, right?
Well, it's the strongest shield a fighter can use. And we're about to get our first look at Carrie here, and this would be the 3rd orb for the Upstarts. If Dangwoo can take this out. Let's see what he does. Checking his items, checking his armor, making sure he's all set. First round, he is looking for something to do with his fighter. He's just going to attack. No fast, no temper. The fighters are going to be pretty useless in these fights at the moment. Especially with just a coral sword. He's going with the cake strats again. Min Viz 2. Carry with a fire 2. Got more quake. Ineffective. Looks like Dang has got a stone statue he's carrying around. Looks like Demon Frog is heading for ordeals. Shadow Walker's fighting an eye. Carrie's got hold, but it doesn't matter. It's only the fighter. He's not doing anything anyway. Zap sends out a heal.
Fighter's there to absorb hits, and that's all it's good for right now.
More Invis 2. More quakes. Carry with a nice 2 does some big damage to Asher. Asher comes back with a quake and min retaliation, but doesn't take effect. More Invis 2. Fighter's still stunned.
Carry though.
All he's got is quake. He's got 6 hits, 396. Stunned. The fighter loses all evasion.
Yeah, you don't exactly have any evasion when you're taking a nap. It's just nice and comfortable on the ground there.
He's at a quake now. He's got to go on with the ice spells, but ice and fade and hope Carrie's weak. But we all know bosses are clamped.
There's another ribbon at the greater than less than room there in Mirage 2. Really popped it.
So that's 3 ribbons then. I think all the ribbons are found. Unless that was the 4th one. Because I know there was one found past the giant. Carrie's just taking him down one hit at a time. Asher trying to stop Carrie, but no, Carrie will not be stopped. Slow comes out. Ooh, yeah, Carrie's a tough one. Meanwhile, Gregory Puff is going to go farther than second floor Mirage, and he's going to find a dead end. Dun dun dun. Dango has found the cube locked. Neither team has the cube, so it's basically not going any further.
A little bit concerning there, using a spell charge of warp on a floor that you had no encounters on and only like a couple steps to walk back into it. Gregory thankfully makes it back out a lot.
Yeah, it's more a save. More a time save thing. Looks like Demon Frog's gonna check these chests now. Looks like Dango's gonna give Carrie another shot. He's gonna hope that cake lands again. I like this strategy though. Have one guy do the exploration, and one guy take out the fiends, and you can waste a few rounds on the fiends if you want.
Gambling strats here as Demon Frog finds Carrie. Potentially gonna take a 3-1 lead here. Both of these runners can actually beat Carrie up.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Looks like he's going for stop. See if he can stop Carrie. Carrie, I didn't see what happened, but didn't get stopped because down goes Greg. Stops ineffective. Comes out with the fade. 109. Let her fade. No, I think it was like 500, but still, that's an awful shot. That's an awful shot. Did he fast? Did she fast herself or something?
No, she's just hitting like a truck. 320 fade though. Those spells are hitting huge, but
try another fade in a quad X. 226. That's a lot of damage in. Is quad X gonna hit? Quad X does not hit. Carries still over 300. Takes out Zap. Gotta go with the stop.
Carrie
no,
has about
800.
More than 1,000.
Yeah, she's beefy, and she's not gonna be easy.
2 shots of fade for about 700.
Now we have Demon Frog giving it a chance. He's gonna fade Ice 3. He's got 2 fighters. They're gonna be pretty useless with swords though. 2 hits 2. Carry right away. 10 hits 530. Takes out top fighter. Looks like Thea's gonna go with some fade. 135 low roll.
Useless. More like meat shields. They're great. Oh, but that's not a meat shield for that poor.
Yeah, Carrie's gonna be the gatekeeper of the first 4 fiends, I believe, at the moment. Well, we just got runners just digging stuff, trying to find more stuff. More armor, more weapons. Probably someone's gonna have to do a grind soon to get some levels, because we all know how tough Carrie is now.
Free pro ring there for Shadow Walker. That's actually pretty intense. Like, we saw that they were 7,500 gold apiece, but they were all back in the Cornerian. Why do you want to go all the way? Speaking of places to go, though, Demon Frog finds a huge grind tile with slimes. A lot of XP here, weak to fire. You can get some major levels right here in this grind.
But they're major tough. They're taking more than 1 fire 3. Yeah, Demon will be here for a while, I think.
With Demon seeing how strong Carrie actually was and relaying that to Shadow Walker, no, skips past it. There's potential to go back though.
Oh, they had the cube. I didn't know they found it. Gold, 432, more money, soft. I didn't know they found the cube. Where did they find the cube at? Let's check the notes.
There's the slab for Dangwoo right there. And we're gonna see what's in the rest of Waterfall Cave right here.
And I believe this is where the cube lies. Chimera gets the first attack with damage poison, takes out the Black Mage. It's okay though. Should have life too. Oh no, he doesn't have a White Mage. No life due for you. And here's the Kraken. Want some Ice 3. Oh, a Brack Staff. That'll be good. Looking for something to do with the other Red Mage. Fade. He's gonna try to Bane and Brack.
And
first time.
Right there at Waterfall.
Kraken broken on the first attempt with the staff, and that will be the first orb for the Zodiac Braves. So it's looking like the Upstarts have a decent lead at the moment, because they know where all the fiends are. They're in pretty well no mode. So, they got the tail, just a matter of finding Bahamut. Which we know right now he's probably sitting in Elfland Castle, which nobody has found at the moment.
There's another Aegis shield for Demon right there. Lots and lots of protection here for those couple fighters, and boy do they...
Yeah, that's gonna help with 2 fighters, 2 Aegis shields. Looks like Shadow Walker's taking out Lich here. It shouldn't be too hard. A couple of fades, some fire, some quake. Gonna try to feed Lich Cake? Nope, not this time. Couple of fades should do it though. 135, 150. Lich doesn't hit very hard, but she never does. Couple more fades, some more cake. Feeding her cake. Force feeding it in. There it goes.
2-2. Just as we think that the Upstarts are going to go up 3-0, it's all tied up already.
Yeah, and the Upstarts are kind of in no mode as well, because they have the loot, they have their key. And here we go, folks. Shadow Walker is on the Bridge of Destiny.
Another dragon armor sighted in the 4th floor volcano. That is so much armor.
No need to get your Bless RNGs, folks, because we know The big guy's waiting for them. The Metal Overlord, but the slimes have something to say first.
Summon the Dragon Lord. Woo!
No Dragon Lord. This ain't
Lord
Dragon Warrior. This ain't Dragon Warrior.
No, this is Power Rangers because we have the Dragon Sword.
Oh, I suppose, yeah.
3 helmets spotted right there on the 4th floor of Earth. That is huge for Wigglytuff to find.
Well, yeah, Black Belt would have to be banned in seeds like this, or that's all it would be. There'd be no strats. It'd just be find the go mode items, get your Black Belt to 42, punch stuff in the face. Game over. And here we go, folks. Our first look at the Warmech.
No,
he does share the pool with the Fiends, so whatever you see here, you know the Fiends will not have. A couple of fades off the start. Chip damage, Ice Tree, chip damage. Oh, he's going with the Expert. Gonna try to... Must be trying to lower the defenses so he can break the Warmech. And he gets her. Expert hits. Oh, but Warmech takes out the Red Mage with a big shot. Here comes the Brack strats, folks.
I told you, transfer saves everything.
No Brack strats for you. So now, Warmech taking out the fighter. Now it's just mono a mono. Ted versus Warmech. All he's got is lightning trees, and Warmech just says, nope, go home, son. So Carrie and Warmech are pretty tough.
You wanted the train wreck. Here we go.
Here we go. We're going to see what our crown turns into, and it is the Opal Cheerio. That'll be another good defensive item. Asto shouldn't take too long. Fade, a couple of Ice 3s. Puff attacks. Astos with Thunder! No way. Astos actually fighting back.
You woke the old man from the nap. It's like stealing from the shop in Link's Awakening. Just blast you with a lightning bolt to the...
It's not everything that's about food. Close. I mean, don't get me wrong. Food is good. Speaking of which, I'm pretty hungry. I had pizza earlier. I might make some fries later, but...
Are you sure you want to make some cookies and...
I don't like cookies. I'm not a sweets person. I'm not a cake cookie type of guy.
Okay, that's understandable.
Yeah, I was never really liked cake, to be honest. Ice cream cake's good, but...
Ice cream cake is good. And then we got the whole chat going on about food.
Tacos are good.
My plot is now complete.
Shadow Walker's taking on Warmech again. Gonna try the same strats. Expert Gauntlet gets her on the first shot, but down goes Bill, which means no Quake Staff. Warmech sees the RNG coming and is like, no sir, you're not doing this to me. Couple of fades, Ice Tree on Warmech. This ain't gonna work. I have a feeling Warmech's coming out swinging. Oh, but the fighter's still standing. Is that a fade charge? It's gonna heal now. Fade with the other Red Mage. Nope. Nope, he's gonna go for Quad X to see if Warmech's low enough.
That fighter is low enough. Down goes Dave.
Oh, big fade 320. Now's the time to try Quad X. See if it hits Warmech. It does. Erased. Terminated. Those Red Mages are gonna get bonus levels. Bonus levels. Look at that. All the way up to 26.
That
now.
Is totally beautiful. Now you just gotta get out. You have to say
Orb. I mean, you could try team out with 2 Red Mages, but maybe that's what Shadow Walker's thinking about. He's got the Brack Staff. Move it to a Red Mage. Oh yeah, Shadow Walker's reading my mind. Reading my mind. Meanwhile,
getting fed again.
Dengwu is looking at level 6. He's going to pick up his... Oh, he was going to pick it up, but he doesn't quite have the guys who can use it yet. Dude, how many ribbons have we found? Is that like 4?
We've seen at least 3 for sure.
Here we go. It looks like we're going... He's got no fade charges. Looks like he's going Brack and Quake. Team out with Blaze. Brack stat. Oh, that Brack Staff is fighting at 100% efficiency tonight, folks.
As Falconic says, broken into pizzas. Now the Braves take the lead.
Wow, what a turn of events. Looks like Grigglypuff is deciding what he wants to do. Looks like he was thinking about going after Carrie again, but I don't think he's going to now. Dangwoo's back in the first floor of C. We have Shadow Walker into Provoca, and Demon Frog looks like he is diving ice here, so... Dangwoo is heading back to the cube locked. Making a pause. Him and Gregory must be discussing strategy. They're both paused, so... Strategy's good. Strategy helps. So, he's gonna fight some slimes. So we got a little break in the action here. We're gonna put a few links out in chat to see what we get. Go a little bit fishing.
So while we have this break in chat, this is Final Fantasy Randomizer Co-op Summer Tournament. My name is Lyra the White Witch. With me tonight is the ever so hangry Canuck, and we have a show for you. 53 minutes. We're not in go mode because it is all about that fourth orb, and we have quite an interesting large chat tonight. So if you guys haven't joined the Final Fantasy Randomizer community, why not? We're here and we are open and loving of everybody. So the links will be in the chat for you.
You have to obey her. Everybody obey her.
Pass.
And it looks like Dangwoo is class changed, so he's going to be able to put all that good. Oh, and look, a sun sword. What would be and a full ribbon? Are you serious? Ribbons for days. For days. So it looks like we have Demon Frog is actually grinding on that red dragon tile that was pretty weak. So looks like Demon Frog is gonna grind and Shadow Walker's gonna attempt to take out the rest of these fiends, but as we all know, Carrie's not gonna go quietly into the night. Fade, Ice 3, another fade. 153, Carrie strikes back, 10 hits, 480. He's got Perilous Touch too. Not that he needs it when he's hitting that hard. But he got the defenseless on him, so go with the Brack strats. Oh, he's looking. He's gonna try to quad X, see if he's got enough damage done to Carrie. No, Carrie's still standing with over 300. 210. This could be the fourth fiend if he can pull this off, folks. Carrie takes out the Black Mage. Brack strat ineffective. Carrie to fire 2, one more Brack staff, and broken into pieces.
We have ourselves 4 orbs for Shadow Walker right here. The Zodiac Braves are ready to...
Who needs levels and swords when you got a Brack staff?
This game is crazy tonight. All thanks to the wonderful randomized treasures flag that Falcon pointed out in the chat. You've seen how many ribbons are in this seed. It's more than enough for everybody.
And Excals, but we haven't seen the 2 most important swords yet.
That is also true, and with randomized treasures, we may not see it.
But I mean, you got 2 warriors, you got 2 Excals, 4 ribbons, 2 dragon armors, 2 AG shields. What more do you want?
There's not much more you can really want. Oh, Gregory saw that ribbon. Go straight back.
And Gregory has 3 ribbons now. Might be 4. And it's 4. All of his characters now have ribbons. Falconic pointing out in chat, 250% bosses. You're gonna want more than an Excal against Chaos. Or level 50. One of the 2.
I don't think we're gonna see level 50 tonight, but that's probably gonna be pretty high. It's usually like 30 minimum for these kind of flags. But
yeah. Looks like we have Shadow Walker going in at the 56-minute mark. I wonder if this is an information dive, or is he actually going to try to get through?
Why not both? It's the perfect thing because the first one...
Mud Gold Grand Trap Tile, that's not too bad. Ooh, they're weak too, Mud Gold. Only less than 200 HP. Here we go, validation chest, 3 gold. Surely was a lot of gold in this seed. There's gold in them there chests.
We do call them the validation chests because they're the last 2 free chests, as it were, that you can check. But there's also 2 chests to the very, very bottom of the Carry 2 floor that are sometimes really, really interesting. And there's also one more chest, which was the vanilla Mastian or Excalibur chest that was in the Tiamat floor as well that nobody ever checks. We still have 3 more chests in the game. You never know what you can find in them. And 2 of them are right in the way.
That's the vanilla Mazmoon chest on Tiamat 2 floor. But right now, it looks like we have Dangwoo digging out an ice cave we haven't seen, which leads him to Mirage 2. So right now, we have Gregglypuff and the Upstarts with 2 orbs. And we have the Zodiac Braves, all 4, 1 runner already in Topher, and the other runner still grinding. So this is going to lead me to believe that Shadow Walker's on an information dive, and if he makes it, he makes it.
Nothing to lose with strategies like that because you have someone that's ready to go back in at a moment's notice. No tail, doesn't need it. These runners are really, really strong, so this is going to be one of the teams to fear for the upcoming finals.
With Gregglypuff trying to take on Carry now, letting the Invis 2 go, tempering up his fighter. Fighter's got the X-Cal now. Ooh, what a shot. 3 hits, 252 from the X-Cal, that's not bad. That's going to help.
More than that Coral Sword, that's for sure.
Punch from the Black Mage, 1 damage. 4 hits, 290 from the X-Cal. Black Wizard's no good without a dagger, I tell you. It's gotta be a silver dagger.
Nah, it has to be some cack.
Looks like he's gonna get through Carry though. Ooh, Carry's pretty tough, but Carry doesn't hit hard when you got Dragon Armor and Aegis Shield on, folks.
And 4 ribbons, don't forget about that.
I think there was 5, to be honest.
Well, Gregory has at least 4, so...
Down goes Carry for the 3rd orb. Looks like Shadow Walker is clearing out the chest on the Carry floor. Why not? I mean, you're looking for a Mazmoon, for sure. Maybe an X-Cal.
Shadow Walker wants anything.
Maybe a Vorpal. Maybe not. It all depends.
Anything turned into nothing, though. That chest was a complete...
Falconic Talus Massive will come from an NPC, so we probably might not see that. But if Chaos has anything close to max evade, it could be bad for these runners with just an X-Cal.
Upcoming in the next version update for Final Fantasy Randomizer, the ability to dual wield weapons. Soon.
That's just unfair.
Well, if you put the Soon trademark on it, it may or may not be StarCraft.
I think there's a point to taking a game too far.
Speaking of taking
When
it too far, Shadow Walker is checking all the chests of Topher, even the things you've probably never even seen before.
Because, I mean, then you're getting into the fact that you're just gonna revolutionize the game.
One could even say you're gonna change the game.
Well, that Vorpal is still out there, so you might as well check the chest while you're here. I mean, he's only here for an information dive, one would lead to believe, but... Because I don't know about his levels.
Wrigley's ready for Warmack. Gonna go ahead and head on up to that 4th orb right there and get right back into it.
And meanwhile, Demon Frog is still grinding. He's gotta be close to 30 by now. Looks like that Red Dragon's going down pretty quick. Oh, he's only getting 1400 a pop though, so I don't know if this is the best of a grind spot. Meanwhile, we got Shadow Walker taking on Carry with Nuke. Well, there you go. You wanted your information, folks. There it is. Meanwhile, Gregory taking on Warmack here, tempering up his fighter with the X-Cal. 3 hits. I didn't see a damage went by too fast.
The fades are doing more damage than Ice 3, that's for sure. Big 200 though. Ooh,
Carry with Rub too. Meanwhile, Gregory's still taking on Warmack, tempering up his fighter even more, curing up his fighter. Warmack trying to take out the Black Wizards, can't do it. I have a feeling we're looking for a big swing here, folks. 3 hits, 300 and some. X-Cal not hitting very hard, especially with all those tempers on it. That could be a worrisome later on. Oh yeah, this is just info dive from Shadow Walker. Looks like Demon Frog's done his grind. He's got an idea of what's going on in Topher. I have a feeling he's on the way. Oh, Warmack with a big shot on the fighter, but the fighter survives. More tempers going out. Oh, Warmack missed. All those Invis 2 charges are paying off.
Herb fine for Demon Frog, right?
There's the herb. The cold herb, an ice cave.
And Gregory takes down the Beast Machine.
Yeah, but he was a lot more prepared for it than anybody else. And there's another ribbon for Demon, which he probably doesn't need. Pretty sure that's like 6. 5 or 6.
I wear like 2 in my hair, so I'll just take the other 2 that they're not.
Oh, you gotta have a lot of hair if you're gonna wear 5 ribbons.
I do, so that's not a problem there.
There you go. You heard it here first, folks. Lyra has lots of hair. Me, on the other hand, I'm kind of a buzz cut kind of guy.
One could say Shadow Walker's trying to shave this run, right?
Why? I used to have a teacher that used to make some pretty bad jokes. Real groaners. Looks like that Shadow Walker's down to his red mage. Heading towards Kraken. There's not much hope here, but, you know, winging a prayer, folks. Winging a prayer. Oh, unrunnable waters. With the Ice Tree Gauntlet, though.
From Tiamat.
Oh, yeah.
And Frost Waters. Oh boy, it's even better.
Ice Tree Gauntlet 406. That's a massive shot. Waters always hit hard, though. Is he gonna get it? Oh, water miss. It looks like we're gonna get a look at Kraken. Solo red mage. Looks like Demon Frog's about to class change now. Oh no, sorry. It's gonna wake the herb. They're looking for that Masmon. They know it's coming. They can smell it. So we're gonna solo red mage against Kraken. Kraken starts out with Zap. Brackstaff, ineffective.
Kraken has Nuku.
And Zap. He hasn't attacked yet, so that should be interesting when he does.
Oh, there you go. There's a 1336 damage.
Yeah, you're gonna want a little bit more than chain armor to survive that one. Looks like we're getting our first look at the speed bump here on Dengwu's side. I don't think we have the rod yet, though, do we?
I think Shadow Walker's about to change some strategy.
Rod in the rod lock place. Doesn't get any better than that.
That is the most free rod.
Yeah, that was pretty free. And it leads to the water floor that has no chests on it, I don't think. No, this is the one with the key lock chest. Is he gonna check it? And that's a no. And this is the water floor without the chests. Shadow Walker's translating the slab. Demon Frog fighting some ghosts. Gregory trying to take down Tiamat here. Brack stratting it up. Looks like Shadow Walker's buying some lock here. It's an interesting choice of spell.
Lock and lock too. They don't have a lot of accuracy to them, but when they do lower evasion. That's super important.
Gregory having a hard time bracking the Tiamat though. Still at it. 80 rounds later. It's out of brack now. What's he gonna do? Oh, we got one shot left. So it looks like Topher has been abandoned by Shadow Walker, and it doesn't look like Demon Frog is heading in. I think they want that Masmoon pretty badly. Shadow Walker finds the Oxy Ale from the slab. Turn in. Meanwhile, Demon Frog digging more chests here. Kind of a surprising play with all the weapons and armor he has. Suppose they're still looking for that tail, though.
Harm 2 shirt. Not the best thing you want to see, but it does replace one of those shirts for the mages there, and it gives them a little bit of extra defense. And speaking of defense, Phantom just blast that black mage back to
But he's got lots of charges of life, too. Looks like Gregory's still fighting Tiamat here. Tiamat's giving him all he can. Puff's not hitting very hard. Puff the magic dragon. Tiamat's rolled around the thunder again. You get the armory. Look, there's an Aegis shield. Is that our third one, or did we see that one already?
all the shields, all the ribbons. Gregory Puff has the 4th orb for the Upstarts, and we have ourselves a tie ball game, everybody. The only difference is levels now, and a little bit of gear.
Another dragon armor. Once they find the tail, they can class change. Demon Frog's gonna be well equipped to head into Topher. That's for sure. Yeah, class, according to Crab Cakes in chat, class change is huge right now. With all this weapon and armor. Whew. We're gonna get our first look at the crystal turn in, and it's a cure shirt. That's awesome.
Replacement, but do you really want to ditch the gold bracelet for it? Yeah, sure, why not? Just not do.
Looks like we have Dengwu in them shuffled. This floor is usually 2 over, 2 up, but in these seeds, it's actually... the teleporter tiles are actually shuffled, so they could be anywhere.
We actually just saw a seed recently, a couple of days ago, where the teleporter to the next floor was literally right next to the other one, with like 2 squares.
Demon Frog's about to come across the tail, and this is gonna put him in absolute go mode. He's gonna see that and he's gonna be so happy. But he might as well unlock some more chests to get the crown. So he will be able to get the Opal Cheerio if he decides to. So what does that leave us for turn-ins now? We've gotta be getting pretty slack. I don't think we've seen the herb turn-in yet.
That's the one turn-in I think I haven't seen so far.
So that could be where the Mazmoon lies. With the Elf Prince, with Bahamut sitting right next to his bed. I can see that. I can see that. Bahamut gets out of line, smack him with the Mazmoon. He'll never step out of line again.
He's a friendly dragon, though. Bahamut's the good dragon. Tiamat's the bad dragon. Since
he's friendly. Yeah, he's friendly when he's blaming the vampire on Melman when he's sitting there laughing at them.
The only thing you could possibly be mad about at Bahamut is the fact that he blames...
I'm not mad at that. Everybody blames Mono. Well, we just got our runners doing a little bit more exploration. I'm kind of wondering with Demon Frog as well. I mean, they're looking for the Mazmoon, I guess. For
those that are watching in the future, Mono is one of our community members, restreamer, volunteer, runner. Mono does it all, and Mono gets blamed for a lot of stuff. It's just one of our lovely mannerisms that we have here in Final Fantasy Randomizer. By the way, we're an hour 11 in. Welcome to the race of your...
Looks like Demon Frog is going to turn in his slab. So I believe there's just the adamant left, along with the herb.
And the herb we have found, so it's just a matter of the adamant being loose still, and then the herb being turned in.
Unless the herb turns into the adamant, and the adamant turns into the Mazmoon. That's very possible.
Progress. Gregory going for levels here. That's actually a really smart strategy.
Well, he's...
and David are the only ones with information on Topher.
Yeah, but they're pretty well ready. The Upstarts are pretty well ready to go in. They have all 4 orbs. They have their class change. The only thing like they're missing is like an endgame sword, like the Vorpal or the Mazmoon. So, but I mean, we haven't seen the Vorpal yet. There's not that many chests left to dig.
To be perfectly fair, the Excalibur is a fairly decent in-game sword for.
Oh, it's goable.
Like,
it's usable for sure.
Without temper and fast, though, it's going to be pretty painful. But even though temper is like level 4, so fast was level 8.
Fast was 8, so you'll never see fast. Unless Topher is really bad after Kraken, and they really need to level high, then you may see a couple of charges of fast on the Black Mages. I think Gregory might have 2 of them. So it looks like we have... They're searching for something. And we can only figure it's the Vorpal or the Mazmoon. Because all 4 fiends are down. They know where Topher is. They gotta figure their opponents are the same place.
Dangler just found the last little bit of information that we have access to.
Adamant in the key lock chest. Wow. Let's see if they go turn that in right away or not. Shadow Walker going through ice. The herb. There's the Harm 3 hammer.
That's not the worst thing you could possibly see, but it's definitely not the mass immune or anything.
So it looks like the Adamant could turn into the Mazmoon. I wouldn't say herb was a bust. I mean, that hammer is the best.
We've seen so far.
That hammer is the best weapon your white mage can swing, aside from the Mazmoon. So, if you want your white mage swinging something, I mean, at least you can swing a hammer. And it looks like Shadow Walker is preparing to kill off some people and do a solo grind on somebody. Looks like he's gonna solo grind Dave. Well, I mean, you might as well. You got Excal, you got Dragon Armor, you got Aegis, you got a Ribbon. I mean, you know, your fighter's gonna be pretty well king of the hill, we'll say.
Comic pointing out that the Adamant will turn into the Mazmoon, and here we go. 3, 2, 1.
On Dangwu now is an absolute go mode.
Relates that information back to Gregory, and
I have a feeling Gregory is going right there.
It's time to make the climb.
Time to make the climb.
Totally time to make the climb.
Alright. Make the climb. Oh, it looks like Dangwu is gonna go through ordeals here. Kinda wondering what he's searching for now. That's an interesting play on his side. Unless there's a grind tile in here.
Demon loading up on life too, finally. That's definitely a blessing in right.
Yeah, you have Mazza, you don't need the Vorpal. Well, you might need the Vorpal depending on the bosses, I guess, but... Looks like Shadow Walker is trying to get rid of that red mage, but the red dragon is... There you go. Be ya, buddy. Ooh, solo grind time.
Fast. Oof.
So, how high is Shadow Walker gonna go? He's got an Excal. They don't have information on the Mazmoon yet, and they probably won't. Because there's a good chance if they find that floor, they're probably not going to check any more chests. So right now, Gregory and Dangwu were in the lead, and he was going for the eye tile grind, I bet.
Dangwu just goes straight into it. Here we go. That's going to be a grind time. It's going to be a training montage. Hey, Cure 4 and Life, level 7.
Looks like Dangwu's got the Excal on his white mage, which is a good idea for grinding. That way the white mage can probably take out the eye in one shot as well. So it looks like we're in grind and go mode now, folks. Who's gonna grind the fastest and who's gonna go mode it? Although Demon Frog has such an advantage in levels, and he is heading in right now. Demon Frog, those fighters are beefy. Look at that, 600 and some hit points apiece.
451 to Garland just knocks him all down.
Well, Garland is just a stepping stone. Yeah, Kraken 2 is pretty dangerous. So, but Demon Frog does have that information, so he can adjust. He can make adjustments. He can prepare for it. Not even checking any more chests. I think it looks like Shadow Walker's gonna grind just in case Demon Frog can't make it.
Wrigley loading up with life 2 as well. 9 charges, ready to go. Just pretty much ready for it.
Dangwoo's in. Demon Frog's in. It looks like Gregley's gonna give it a try. Nope, he flies right by the Dwarf Castle. Dwarf Cave, so.
The Dwarves could have built an underground castle, you never know.
Well, they might have. I mean, he gave the guy the TNT, he could have blown up the whole thing.
So that's what you unlock when you actually give them the TNT. They get the ability to build their castle underground.
So I don't know what Gregley's doing. Gregley's going in the Mirage here. And Dangle's still grinding on the Eye. Meanwhile, Demon Frog is on the Lich floor already. And we have Shadow Walker grinding. So let's get our second look at Lich 2. Which will probably go down like a sack of potatoes. To an Excalibur shot, 5 hits, 200 and some, and a Sunsword shot, 5 hits, 191. Oh, Lich has nuclear.
There's the other nuclear.
Lich is fighting back. Hardcore. Oh, pretty beefy too. Lich is close to 1000 HP.
5 hits, 363. Down goes Lich 2 though.
There's going to be a big drain on his resources, though. Question in chat. Does Shadow have Massa or Vorpal? I believe they have neither.
They just have Excal and Tequila. No, they don't have the Massimian just quite yet.
They don't have the knowledge either because they haven't actually gone and gotten the Adamant, which is in a very hidden chest.
And here's the chest outside of, say, the Massimian chest and Tiamat 2 Forks. We haven't gotten.
Gary, oh, what a big hit on the fighter, but the fighter's still there.
All that grinding paid off.
Carry 2 is gonna get quad X'd. No, he's still over 300. 5 hits 271, 3 is 58. Oh, Gary takes out D-Frog.
This is one mad lady down to 3 fighters, cause...
Yeah, Gary's dead though. Now we'll see.
Charges, no problem.
Now we'll see how he prepares for Kraken though. Misses the doorway and runs into a lobster fight. Which isn't great.
They do say that Life 2 is the best cure spell.
Actually, Cure 4 is the best cure spell.
Well, Life 2 gives you an extra HP besides that Cure 4 stuff. The only difference is you can use Cure 4 in combat and it cures mostly every statuses.
Looks like Nerves might be getting the dangle here. He's missing the doors a lot. And these unrunnable waters could also be an issue.
We did see them hit pretty hard here too.
Yeah, but he's got a nice tree gauntlet and a nice tree spell, so... The only problem is that Ice Tree spell takes away from his temper charges. So he's gotta be careful of that. Meanwhile, Dangle's still grinding.
The old nickname that we gave these particular waters back in the last tournament, the Night Clones themselves. They just give you a little bit of a cold tingle to death.
Wigglypuff is on the Lich too. One little fade goes out, 318.
About 10 hits for 658 on that swing though from that.
That's not a bad swing.
We have ourselves a race, folks.
No, not even close. Kraken's gonna decide it all. And then you're still gonna get by Tiamat after him.
Disassemble.
I have...
Fires off, doesn't hit anybody.
Well, if you're going for Warmac XP, you don't need the metal slimes. Looks like he put the black wizard up there as a sacrifice to the Kraken gods here.
I'm sure we're going to be seeing a sacrifice here momentarily.
We'll see if Kraken accepts such sacrifice. 2 hits, 613. No, Kraken decides to go the other way. Takes out the white mage.
Life 2 on Demon Frog, though. It's going to be okay as long as somebody survives. It's not the black mage. But no, Quadex gets Kraken too.
No charges of life 2 on the fighters either.
Oh no.
He's got the charges, but he didn't refresh them. Uh-oh. Well, I guess you're going man mode.
What can one can say it's, since it's food related. Uh-oh, spaghetti.
Lightning 3. Waters aren't weak to that, but he's gotta save all his temper charges. Meanwhile, Greggly Puff is on the water floor as well. We have Dangwoo stocking up on stuff, or trying to, but there's no potions for sale in Canaria. And I believe Shadow Walker is rearranging some armor and weapons.
Really smart strategy here.
He's in Topher as well. So the only one not in Topher at the moment is Dangwoo, and it looks like he will be there shortly. So we have Demon Frog heading for Tiamat 2 now. Greggly Puff fighting Kraken 2. Shadow Walker on the earth floor, and Dangwoo is just flying around. Going for Warmac experience. Let's see, Tiamat 2 and Kraken 2 at the same time. Let's see, he's going Bane strats on Tiamat 2. No go. Tiamat 2 with Ice 2. We know the nuclears are out of the pile though, so because we know who has the boat of them.
4 hits, 307. We do have Nuku on the table, but both of your nuclears are out. You were right about that. Rackstrat going off misses. Tiamat Fire 2, nothing special there.
Not even very hard with those swords.
164.
But he's got to keep his temper charges for Chaos though. Looks like Warmac's making short work of Dangwoo at the moment. Kraken 2 has got Dangwoo down in the dirt.
Tiamat proving to be rather disappointing, honestly. Ice 3 going off, that's like the biggest offense we've seen so far.
Yeah, they just can't hit him very hard though. And the longer you leave him alive, the worse that's gonna happen.
Lightning 2, nothing special again.
You know, Greggly Puff must have had to reset because now he's taking on Garland. I don't know what Dangwoo's doing, just flying around.
Lock 2 misses again.
Kraken happened. Yeah, pretty much. Kraken happens to everybody.
Stop from Tiamat 2 misses everybody though.
Yeah, he's whittling Tiamat down. He's probably almost in Quad X range, maybe. The amount of damage he's put on Tiamat 2 already.
5 hits, 156. That was pretty big. 3 hits, 118. Blizzard goes off. That's not too bad.
No Cure 4 yet.
5 though, Terminate.
No Cure 4, so Chaos could have Cure 4. And that could be bad if Chaos is anywhere near with high absorb. So you've got no defense, no invis 2s, no nothing.
It's nerf or nothing as Demon Frog approaches the Chaos for 1 hour 26. That's the best news we've had so far tonight, that we actually have progress.
Looks like Dangwoo's finally found his way to Topher. Nope, he's gone again. And we have Chaos engage. All he can do is temper his fighters and attack. Chaos lit 2 first round. Free round. Toad missed. Uh-oh. Demon Frog, 3 hits 46. Chaos has some evade. Demon Frog swipes again, misses. Toad swipes, 2 hits 223. Gotta temper that fighter. Chaos with just a lit 3, little damage. Fighters are still standing. Lots. Last temper though.
Potato
83. Uh-oh, this could be rough, folks. 1 damage. Chaos with Perilous Touch takes the top fighter. Oh boy. They might want to go find that Vorpal somewhere.
Quad X misses.
Toad is not even hitting. He's missing. Trying to get the lock 2 on Chaos. Ain't working. Chaos with slow 2. Ineffective. Chaos with stun. Another lock 2 goes off. Ineffective. Toad swings. 146.
It's a spell-heavy Chaos right here. Not to mention tanky and highly evasions.
And 2 hits 633. So Chaos can throw a punch. He can throw hands if he needs to. Meanwhile, Toad is just missing with that sword. He's got no fast, no more temper charges. It's looking like he's got to hope for crits. Looks like only crits will work, folks, on Chaos. This is where you might want to see your Vorpal. Unfortunately.
It's not bad.
Going with Brackstrats on Chaos. This could work. I've bracked them before.
Bean goes off from Chaos, misses. 146 on a critical hit, but only
looks like he's just holding A to win now. Defending, just waiting with the Black Mage.
2 hits, 291. Lit 3 goes off, nothing special. That Black Mage is getting kind of low, though. Misses again on the Chaos swing.
Well, there's not much you can do with the Black. He's got no healing, so... There goes the Black Mage. It's hold A to win now.
Are you kidding? That Black Mage totally had a heal. It was called Take the Pinch to the face.
Oh, slow 2. It's over. No chance. With sound. No, he can't even hit Chaos.
Chaos 3.
All
Literally
misses.
Mystic Man.
Yeah, no chance. So yeah, so Chaos is not going to be too healthy to the Excalibur. But he really doesn't have any bad spells that we've seen, so... No nukes, no nuclear, no Cure 4. I wish he would have had Cure 4, that would have been...
Well, we do know the 2 nuclears are actually off the table, so it would just be one of the 4 nuku spells that we didn't see, but down goes Toad, oh no.
It's going back in, but... I don't know how good it's looking.
Shadow Walker has more information now, and a little bit different of a team comp, though. This is going to be interesting. Shadow Walker is officially low.
But he's out of tempers on his red mages. He's got temper. He might have tempers left on the Black Mage for Chaos, but I don't know.
Shadow Walker only has Lock 1, even though Lock and Lock 2 are the same spell level. He only bought Lock 1.
I guess Lock was probably just a single spell. It's probably a better chance to hit than the AoE.
Oh, wait,
but he got it to hit.
Lock 2 was slot 2 of level 6. That's why. Excuse me, level 5.
Dang has fast. Ooh, that could help. Oh, but Dang is hurting. Carrie's taking him out big time. We have a Kraken fight for Gregley. Carrie fight for Dango. Dango's just down to his fighter. Oh, and what a shot. Carrie nearly wipes him out.
He got Carrie 2 down, though, and survives with life 2.
But he has lots of life 2 on his white mage, so he's back in the action. Meanwhile, Shadow Walker's still trying to take out this Tiamat. 6 hits, 513. Bill with Quad X. Tiamat's erased. Shadow Walker moves on to the Chaos fight.
Question in chat. No, Team Zodiac Braves does not have the master.
No, only the Upstarts have it. So they have the only chance. And I don't even think they... Look at that. Look at the HP on that fighter. 48! Wow, that fighter just might be able to brute force this. He's going to be swinging so heavy-handed with that sword. Alright, here we go, folks. He's going to put... Does he have a fast? Nope, he's just going to temper. He's only got a couple of charges to temper. And we know Chaos does have slow 2. So if that comes out, that could be trouble. Looks like he's going to temper up Dave.
Not that dangerous at all.
Dave takes a swing, 2 hits, 231. Oh, we got locked to hit. Easy to hit. Tempered up. Going back with more lock spells. Gonna fight with Dave. Oh, Chaos wipes out the Black Mage. Dave hits for 9. 1 hit, 9. Oh, we get another lock off.
Another 20 evade right there.
Chaos is getting easier to hit. 2 hits, 324. That's a better shot. Another lock goes off. Ineffective. Chaos with light 3.
Progress.
Another lock goes off. Easy to hit again. Looks like, now what's he gonna hit for? 5 hits, 373. Looks like that X-Cal is actually gaining ground, and lock hits again.
Oh, that's 4.
Heal 3 goes through. Chaos Quad X ineffective. Looks like he's all on the offensive now. Just lit 3's in attack. Doesn't have any more locks. Oh, X-Cal 268 hitting. Oh, Chaos wipes out Ted. Bill and Ted's excellent adventure is over. Dave turns to Chaos 134. Oh, Chaos slows too, but he hits the red mage. Gets lucky there. Not much to do with that red mage now. But
several turns.
Looks like Dave is just mono a mono. Swinging that sword. 5 hits. Big knock, baby. Big knock.
Chaos counters right back though. Stun misses.
3 hits, 199.
3 hits, 1.
Chaos 421 on a big shot. 3 hits, 20. That's not good. One more shot, 2 hits, 65. Ooh.
Chaos goes to fire 3 though, gives Shadow Walker an extra turn. Oh, critical hit doesn't finish it off. Oh no, Shadow Walker goes down.
Take the Greggly Puff fight.
Temper goes off. 3 hits, 387. Oh my goodness, Temper again. That was a buff
Chaos
turn right
is
there.
not messing around. But he's got the Masmoon though. Let's see if that does any better. And he does have a charge of fast.
Got that 1 fast charge. That's
I think he already used one on the other Black Mage though. Off attack with the Masmoon. 4 hits, 1270. What a shot from the Masmoon, folks. Masmoon could save the day. Looks like a Brack, and he's gonna. Oh, he's just deciding what to do. Looks like he's gonna try Lightning 3 for chip damage. He's gonna swing again with the Masmoon. Big hit, 4 hits, 1006. It's just hold A to win. Chaos gets initiative and takes out Puff.
Oh no!
But now Greggly knows he can do it. He's heading back in. Looks like Dangwoo's making his way down now. He's on Tiamat 2. Going with some Viz strats. Gonna fast up his fighter. Tiamat Ice 2. Looks like some more Tempers going out. He's gotta save some Temper charges for Chaos. He has the information now. Greggly Puff has relayed the information about Chaos to Dangwoo.
So the information of what we know so far, Chaos does not have a really bad spell list for characters with ribbons. We don't know where pretty much all of the actual nuke spells are. We've seen the 2 nuke abilities. We know that Chaos can be locked, however, the Masmoon is actually swinging for huge damage, so that's all the information you could possibly have for this Chaos. We don't know where the other nuclear spells are.
Doesn't really matter at this point. All that matters is Dangwoo and Chaos. Putting the Black Mages up top for sacrifices. Hopefully they get the fast off first and the Tempers. Buffs up the fighter. That's all you can do.
Potentially see a double fast turn 1 right here.
No, he's gonna Temper and fast. He's gonna Fog 2 and he's gonna Invis 2. Put up those defenses because he knows Chaos hits hard. Greggly Puff has told him. So he's putting up his defenses now. He's making adjustments according to what Greggly told him. This is good teamwork, folks. Another Invis 2 goes off. Chaos with a lit 2 first round. That's a free round. Free round. Looks like he's going to temper up his fighter some more. We're going to see a big shot from the Masmoon coming up soon, folks, because we both know it can hit. And 2 hits, 250. A couple more tempers ought to do. Brax and Asher temper. Chaos with lit 3. Another little chip damage spell. Everybody's okay with 4 ribbons. More defense goes off in Viz 2. Chaos is giving him the easy time. He's going to more tempers, attack, more defense. Masmoon shot 3 hits, 718. Big knock. Biz 2 goes off. Full evade. More tempers on this fighter. Dangwoo is gonna crush. Oh, Chaos tries a quad X on Greg. No effect. He's way over 300 HP plus a ribbon. Just more tempers. Fog 2s and attacks. No, he's gonna fire 3. 40 little chip. Oh, Astos with the Astos. Chaos with the slow 2.
Black Mage, though.
That's bad. 3 is 331 from the Mazmoon. Temper goes off again. Now he's got 1 temper left. No invis charges. It's all attack now. Now if Chaos has something bad, but we know he doesn't.
2 hits.
So
682.
Fog 2 goes off. Defenses are up fully now. Now it's just a matter of taking out the big fella. It's gonna fade. Couple lightning 3, fire 3. Greg with the Mazmoon, big shot, 939. Lightning 3, 57. Fire 3, 29. Chaos still standing, attacks but misses. That evasion paying off. He's just gonna wait now with the Black Mages. He's going with Fade 121. Greg with the Mazmoon, 2 hits, 200 and some. Chaos gets a little lick in, but not much. Looks like Greg's gonna go 3 hits, 369 again. Chaos is kind of beefy, remember. He's clamped, so.
Oh, he definitely has a lot of HP, defense, and evasion, but again, Mazmoon's going to do some work here. We just need to get a little bit
more. 4 hits, 15, 20. GG to Dangwoo. The Upstarts
have upstarted the Zodiac Braves, which were pretty much favorites to go to the finals. Takes the first game of the series. GG in chat, everybody. Official FFR bot time right here. 138.58. Congratulations to Gregley and Dang. Holy cow, that Mazmoon definitely saved the day.
GG, fellas.
Oh my gosh, thank you guys so much.
We can breathe, Gregley. We can breathe.
Oh my gosh, that was intense.
How are you two feeling right now?
Well, I mean, I'm glad Dangwoo did it in one go. Let's just put it that way, because when Kraken heat-seeked my 2 people the first time around, I was like, oh no, this is not good. But then she went full on casting, and I made it through there, made it to Chaos, and then made the really silly decision to put my white mage up front, and then just paid for it because I wasn't able to get any Invis 2 off, and then obviously died there. And then Dangwoo was kind of right behind me, and I gave him the lowdown of what he needed to do, and it just ended up working out. Go on ahead, Dangwoo. Tell them about how you felt.
Oh, I mean, that seed, we're like Excals. That's not going to do the job here. We didn't find Vorpals, so we just had to sit around waiting to try and find Masa. It was like, it's there somewhere. And then I misplaced Marsh split somehow, which led into it. And I was like, well, this is awkward.
Meanwhile, Shadow Walker is just making his way through, and Demon Frog is through Tiamat and on to Chaos. But they do not have the Mazmoon. They're just swinging the Excal at this point in time.
We'll let you guys take a little bit of a breather here and get a chance to rest up, and we'll continue on as Demon Frog is actually going to go ahead and go into Chaos.
Yeah, you guys go on ahead and call that.
Go ahead and call it, Lyra. You've been calling them all. Take her away.
Remember me from 2,000 years ago? Haha, now I am gonna go fight you again. Looks like we're gonna see some spicy strats here from Demon Frog, though. Chaos 340, 54, just big hit to Toad right there, and that's the big fighter right there. Temper goes up.
Just temper that Black Mage.
1 hit, 53 damage. Oh, goodness.
I think he misclicked on that temper.
222 from a single hit right there. 3 hits, 360 to Demon Frog's main fighter upstairs, though. 144 crit. Weapon stronger. 3 hits, 570 to that red wizard, though. Down goes.
He's swinging a nice sword and an Excalibur with no tempers. Give it up.
2 hits, 301. Down goes Toad.
Going with the lock 2 strats.
No pressure, Demon Frog. Everything's right there for you. Just take it, buddy. Oh, 3 hits, 590. The Black Wizard does take it right down to the ground.
Yeah, this is over. Unless that Excal hits for about 3 grand and a pop.
Quadex misses Demon Frog. 144 crit, but the Chaos Retaliation for about 500 damage completely shuts Demon Frog.
Jeez.
Have they been in Topher before? Or is this their first attempt in?
No, they've been here a couple of times. They got here before you guys, actually.
Was actually the first one in Topher. Made it all the way to Kraken 2 on an information dive, and then just completely got blasted by Kraken 2, and that's when you guys...
Oh, okay. So it's not too bad, but at the same time, that would have been big, though. Okay.
Looks like Demon Frog's gonna turn in. Oh, no, he's gonna go to level 8.
Yeah, you gotta get that fast.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna pick up his max price fast. Even with the Excal fast and tempers, I'm still not sure you can take out Chaos with that kind of absorb on the man.
Well, and that's kind of one of the things that we talked about. We were like, well, he was in a dungeon, and I had found those really weak red dragons, and I was like, you need to clear this dungeon so we can find this massa, and I will grind forever until you find it. And then he was like, I found adamant. And I was like, all right, cool. I'm at like about level 30-ish. I'll head over, because we knew it had to be massa at that point. And then we just kept it going from there. Think Dang was grabbing levels while I tried to do Topher. Then, like I said, took that wipe on Kraken the first time. And then
Zodiac Braves aren't giving up, though.
No.
They're definitely giving us the show tonight. So tell us, Upstarts, how did you feel when you grabbed that first orb? Did you feel like you were in the lead, or did you feel like you were behind still around third?
Dang was like, stop doing what you're doing and just we'll come back to Kraken later. I was like, no, I'm gonna bait him.
That's exactly because he spent so much time on there, and I was just like, we'll come back and kill it. And then he's like, it's okay, I poison smoked, and I'm like, of course you would, because I told you to go do something else. Of course.
I was like already halfway into the thing when he was like, just turn around and do something else, and I was like, nah, he's already poison smoke. Let's keep it moving.
We saw those shenanigans happen big for you. Is that something you actually want to take into game too, Pod?
I mean, we kind of have to. I mean, I really feel like the underdog against Shadow Walker and Demon Frog. I mean, they already... Oh, sorry.
Kraken 2 just obliterated the Knight on Shadow Walker's side for 1,200. Literally broke him in two. And then nucleared the rest of the party. Just
Kraken
fun.
Broke poor Shadow Walker in the peak.
Kraken's break spell is his tentacles. He need no brack.
So,
and Zap works on everybody.
Oh, no.
Did he have no ribbons?
No.
Oh, all his armor's unequipped. Because of his grind, he forgot to re-equip all his armor. And Zap just wiped them out.
So, Upstarts, Falconic, our wonderful tournament organizer in the chat, pointing out who's ready for 300% and then 350% bosses. Are you guys ready for it if you advance?
I mean, we're ready for it. You know, Moss is doing his job so far. I gotta admit, I'm happy with it. I would have rather have had the Vorpal against Chaos, but we couldn't find it to save our life.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it feels like this particular seed, I mean, is a full clear seed. Like you have to full clear the game in order to find.
Not to cut you off, but the Zodiac Braves have forfeited. They could not. So I'm going to pull them up right now.
Sounds good. GG to them.
GG, fellas. That was a rough Topher.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
I mean, other than that Topher, that run went absolutely beautifully.
Yeah, you guys were ahead for most of the way. You were the first into Topher, and then Kraken decided to pull out his tentacles and play a little slap hockey, and well, was over before it began.
Yeah, Shadow's first dive. I mean, he went in, I think, at like 19 or 20. So
Except for the red mages, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, that was more of an information while I started gearing up and leveling up. But that's my second chaos. I think it was maybe my first. I don't know. I feel like I was close, but he landed that slow too, and that's all.
Oh.
I can't believe that I lost my second dive because I went and did a solo grind on my knight and got him up to level 46. And so I was like, I'm going to just absolutely decimate this Topher. And I landed 4 lock/lock 2s on Chaos. So he was not evading a thing. And I was still only able to hit him for like 300 a pop. And eventually he just decided he'd had enough and decided to just melee everything to death.
Yeah, the Excal just was not cutting it. Like, the Upstarts had found the Mazmun, so after a fast and a couple of tempers, that was hitting for close to $1,000, so... Of course, the Mazmun is the hero of the day.
No,
we were not.
Sure, they can kill Chaos is a good.
Yeah, we were not comfortable with the Excal at all not at all, especially with the limited stuff and the clamps that we ran into. Excal is great and all, but it just if it doesn't have a decent amount of crit to it, it's just unfortunate.
Yeah, where did you find that? Chat wants to know where you found that adamant, because I don't remember.
The adamant was found in TFC, in the keylock chest in C.
Are you serious? You didn't even say that to me.
I did, and the adamant turned into the Mazamoon.
I cannot believe it was in TFC. That's the first gaming that something was in TFC. That's insane.
I was like, I'm gonna go check it, and that's exactly where it was at. I was like, oh, okay.
See, it can happen. It can happen.
Yeah. So look at Falconix got stats up for Chaos now. 44-33.
Wow, 220% hit.
Yeah.
Confirmed by Meridian. Vorpal did not exist in this seed.
Oh.
Thank you, Falconic, for the information. That was definitely something we can get closure off of.
I had closure. They had Mazmun. Vorpal's not needed.
I mean, Vorpal
didn't exist, so they're there now.
Yeah, I mean, Massa was doing mighty fine. I was blowing through the fiends until Kraken went full on Heat Seeker on my back row.
Hey, I rolled it too, so no Vorpal makes sense, you know.
Rigged.
I call hacks. I tell you. No, but that was a GG by all, and I guess if we actually want to start wrapping up, we can get some final thoughts from our victors, the Upstarts.
Go ahead, Dang. You're the one that killed him.
Oh, I just feel, honored to be able to take on Shadow Walker and Demon Frog. I mean, they're 2 amazing runners, and I mean, you guys, the commentators, you the fans out here making it possible. Falconic, Meridian, everybody that kind of put this all together. Thank you.
Yeah, and I'll add to that. Thank you, Randomania, for having us. Of course, Lyra and the Hangry Canuck for doing your thing. And, of course, Tyrannex for restreaming. And Falconic, Meridian, everybody else, Shadow Walker, Demon Frog for being awesome runners. And everybody out there watching us and having a good time.
Alrighty, and Zodiac Braves. Any last comments from you guys about how you're going to approach the match now that you're down and your backs are against the wall?
Well, before that, I just want to call Dangwu out. There's absolutely no way that you insta-killed more unique fiends than I did tonight. But that aside, we're just going to continue to play our game. Sometimes the seed doesn't go your way, and it felt like this seed was really going our way, and then Chaos just had other thoughts. So, feel like our strategy's sound. We'll think if we need to do anything different, and we'll come in for game 2, and we're definitely going to push it to game 3.
Yep, I feel very confident in our strategy and how we're doing things, and you can't win them all, at least unless you're crab cake. Yes, not even crab cakes. So yeah, we'll just play our game and see where the chips fall.
All right, thank you. And now my broadcast partner, Lyra. Any last thoughts from you?
Other than the fact that everything's been said that should be thanking that's the community restreamer tracker tonight. Like everybody involved in this race is what made it special. But we're gonna need to see something harder for the finals. How about some really, really weird stuff like maybe mermaids or something else actually being incentivized? We need the big stuff because whoever gets that far is gonna have to earn it because this is a tough tournament. So if you haven't signed up for any of our future events, please feel free to jump in the Discord, get some friendly advice from all of our community here, and what can I say? Make a friend and challenge the next one. Or challenge yourself. The flags are indeed customizable to where you can just get all the magic going on for yourself. Or you can always make something that you can't complete, and that's entirely on you, not us.
Hey, that's what alpha testers are for.
So yeah, go ahead and send us home, Canuck. Have a good night.
All right, on behalf of me, the Hangry Canuck, my co-commentator Lyra, our tracker tonight. I'm getting a short memory all of a sudden. So it happens at midnight.
Kitchen Finks.
Kitchen Finks, I believe it is. And our restreamer Tarnex, as well as the Randomania Broadcast Network for having us on the air. And, I mean, what more can you say but what was said by the Upstarts, Zodiac Braves, folks? Stay tuned. Their Game 2 is sure to be a doozy. And there is lots more action coming up this week with the rest of the Elite Eight. And I guarantee you do not want to miss a second of any of this action. So for me, the Hangry Canuck, Lyra, my broadcast partner, and all the people involved, you folks have yourselves a very wonderful evening.